he gets such a kick out of doing that. Hey everybody, I'm Hugh Brownstone for Three Blind Men and an Elephant, and we are here in Wetzlar, Germany, the global HQ for Leica Camera. Again, it is my pleasure, really, to introduce you to Nico Köhler, who is the head of product experience at Leica. I love that title because right there, you understand how Leica is different from other companies. So Nico, thank you for making the time. And let's have a conversation about what it means to be head of product experience. But let's start with a definition of product experience.
We at Leica really try to build the best products. And that means not only great hardware products, but also great software. This is why I started as a product manager on connectivity, and especially at the Leica Photos app that you probably know.
5 years ago we
Exactly.
Yes.
It's been 5.5 years. It started with the M10D.
Yep.
And now it's actually 27 products later, is still there. We're improving it all the time. And that describes it really well. Product experience is really making a great experience on how you use the product in the environment of our customers.
I will repeat what I have already gone on record to say, which is that just using the beta version, what are we at 4.4 right now of photos?
Yeah, it is 4.4.
I'm already willing to assert that this is by far the best camera app from a manufacturer out in the marketplace today. It's unequivocal for me. So let's start there and take us through your journey with photos from the beginning to now.
Yeah. I mean, we started, as you all know, in 2018, we just mentioned, and we started, I think, with 13 cameras. And of course, it's always a journey when you bring out a product at first. But for us, it was really clear that the Leica Photos app will stick around. And now it's 5.5 years later. And I think we learned our lesson in terms of like, how can we make the product better? And what should we not do? So now, 5.5 years later, is actually really great with the SL3. We're having fantastic speeds. It just takes 2 seconds to get a full DNG on your mobile device, as well as the cable connectivity, where it's less than a second for a DNG. So we really try to, for already 5.5 years, make the product better, like really day in and day out. We have one team working on that since the beginning. And I think this is the secret, really trying to bring a great product on the market, but then listening, what are the customers saying? What can you improve? And normally the first version of a product is a good start, but normally it takes a couple of versions until the product is great. And I think this is where we are now. Leica Photos 4.4 with a Leica SL3 is just a great experience to use. And with all the editing integrations we're having, from Lightroom to Darkroom to Capture One, is really the user's choice to have really a mobile workflow, from focusing on taking the image on the SL3 and then actually having it on your mobile device is now seamless, instant, and everywhere possible.
And it's a heck of a lot more reliable now, too. And I think that was the frustration, because the promise back in the day, because back in the day is now 5 or 6 years ago, is that an app with a camera would be as seamless as the phone itself. And it hasn't been for any company. This is the first time it's really doing what Jobs talked about, Steve Jobs, when he said, doing simple is hard. So I have great respect for what you and the team have done there. The connection is just boom. It doesn't fail even in beta. The geotagging just works. These are big deals to me personally, so thank you for that. But because you are head of product experience, and I think we should put some parameters around that. It's for software only. But software only is an interesting thing to say because one of your teams has been responsible for the changes in UI, the user interface. So do you want to talk a little bit about what the thinking was and what the challenges were in taking something that I regarded as one of the best menu systems out there and mucking around with it?
Yeah. No, that makes total sense. It's like one of my teams looked into the user experience. It was, I think, 2.5 years ago. And we actually got customer feedback and did also some studies that we are already on a great level. People really enjoyed using Leica cameras, not only from the hardware, but already from the menu system itself. Hardware and software together is really key for Leica. And we looked at it and thought like it can be even simpler. And this is how we came up with what you see now on SL3, which is a complete new icon set. So we really tidied up that everything is clean, nice, and really, as we do our hardware products, is really down to essential. So we really crafted every icon that it feels done by Leica, actually. And then we moved even further. We looked into all the components from Live View to what we call now Control Center, to the menu system, and we really thought like, how can we make it more simple, more intuitive, and more easy to use? And this is how we came up with a Control Center that now is just actually 8 tiles that you can and that you can even customize. So less, but more personalized. And this is why how we also came to the new menu system, which just has 5 items in terms of 6. So we really went into it, and from our core value, focus on essential, we really try to tidy things up and make it even better.
This is something that's so interesting because there will be some of you out there who say, move from 6 items to 5. Okay. And I understand. But when you use a camera day in, day out, both as a professional and as an enthusiast, gifted amateur, or you just use gloves, I can tell you that having the menu choices fewer so that there's more space between them so that you have a significantly higher probability of tapping on it and getting to where you want to go is a big deal. So thank you for that.
I mean, we really tried our best, but it's probably especially our design team, which does an amazing job in really trying to understand what we want to do and then really executing on the way where we want to be. I mean, from hardware to software, amazing team. It will take some time, as it took with the Leica Photos app. But I think when we look into 5 years from now, I think we are looking back into that we made something good, like the interface, actually to something great.
What is it about you as a person? What is it about your life journey that gets you to this perspective?
I love taking photos and I love traveling. So I think it's always great when you try to put work and your life a little bit closer together. There's also some barriers because like sometimes you're messing up. For example, on weekends, I still take photos and I see some improvements on our camera. So I run to my computer and really try to improve things.
Ruin your entire weekend.
Yes, it's kind of like my wife is maybe saying like, can you just drop the camera for a day? But yeah, this is when you get work and private life together. But at the end, it's fantastic. Fantastic job to actually work on those great products.
I think it's wonderful to have the challenge of balancing so much enthusiasm and joy from both sides of one's life. I don't know that there's very much else that we need to share with you today, guys, because it's just compelling. It's something that you need to see on your own. And I really wanted you to see the man running the teams behind it. Nico, is there anything else that we should be talking about today?
No, I think that was great talk. And I really love that you look behind the products on who's actually creating those, because I really believe that great products are built by great people. And it's fantastic that you actually invite people to tell the stories behind the scene.
It is the people. It's about the people. So, Nico, first of all, it's lovely to see you again
Absolute
after
pleasure.
all these years. And thank you so much for taking the time. That's it for today. For Three Blind Men and an Elephant, I'm Hugh Brownstone. Nico Köhler from Leica. See you next time.